My name is Riley, and at 30 years old, I have been married to Jonathan, 32, for 4 years together for 7 total. We met in college, got married after we both had stable careers. I work in IT consulting. He's in pharmaceutical sales. Life was good. Was about 6 months ago. John joined this boutique gym, the type $200 per month. Classes named like Booty Blast and Core Carnage. Everyone wearing matching sets that cost more than my work clothes. He loved it. Started going 5 days a week, sometimes twice a day. Enter Roxana, his personal trainer. First time he mentioned her. My trainer, Roxana, is amazing. She really pushes me. Month 2, Roxana says I have incredible potential. She's designing a special program just for me. Month 3, he was texting her about nutrition at 10 p.m. I'm not an idiot, but I'm also not insecure. He's coming home to me every night. We're still intimate. Life seems normal aside from his new fitness obsession. Whatever. We all need hobbies. Last Thursday, we were having dinner. He'd made this whole production. Candles, wine, the salmon. I like red flag number 1. Babe, I want to talk about something. Promise you'll keep an open mind. Sure. So, I was listening to this podcast about modern relationships. Here we go. And they were discussing how monogamy is kind of outdated. Like, biologically, we're not meant to be with one person forever. I put down my fork. Okay. And I was thinking, what if we tried something different just once? Like a whole pass situation. A whole pass. Just one time to explore, to make sure we're choosing each other, not just staying together out of habit. I sat back. And I assume you have someone in mind for this exploration. He blushed. Actually blushed. I mean, Roxana and I have chemistry. It's just physical. It wouldn't mean anything. Roxana the trainer. You could have one too. Anyone you want. That guy from your office you mentioned is pretty... Liam. My coworker, who John has been weird about since our company Christmas party, the one he stalks on Instagram and makes snide comments about his tie, is so desperate. Who wears that much cologne to work? That Liam. I took a sip of wine, thought about it, then laughed. You know what? Shoot your shot. His eyes went wide. Really? Yeah. Go for it, and I'll take you up on that hall pass, too. He practically vibrated with excitement. Oh my God. Really? You're the best. When should we dash? I'm thinking next weekend works for me. You? Oh yeah, next weekend. He spent the rest of dinner glowing, texting on his phone, probably Roxana. I finished my salmon and started making my own plans. See, what John didn't know was that Liam had invited me to a work conference next weekend. I turned it down because it was in wine country, and I didn't want to deal with John's paranoia about me traveling with an attractive male colleague. But now I had a hall pass. Update 1. Friday morning, I told John I was heading out for my hall pass weekend. Oh, where are you going? Wine country, that work conference I mentioned a while back. His smile froze. The one Liam is attending. Yeah, he invited me weeks ago. Perfect timing, right? But I thought you'd just meet someone at a bar or something. Why would I do that when I have permission to spend a weekend with someone I actually have chemistry with? Chemistry. Your words, babe, chemistry. Just physical won't mean anything. He followed me around as I packed. But a whole weekend I was just thinking one night, oh, do we set parameters? I must have missed that part. Hey, do you know where my good perfume is? Wayne, this is different. Ow. Liam likes you. He's always flirting. And Roxana doesn't like you. Those 10 p.m. nutrition texts are purely professional. That's different. Ow. He couldn't answer, just stood there, mouth opening and closing like a fish. Look, I said, zipping my weekend bag. You want a hall pass? We have hall passes. I'll be back Sunday night. Have fun with Roxana. I'm not... Babe, you literally have a wax appointment today. I saw it on the shared calendar. Brazilian for wasn't exactly subtle. His face went red. That's not... it's fine. Shoot your shot. Remember, I'll see you Sunday. I kissed his forehead and left. He called me 17 times before I even reached the airport. Texted dozens of times. Can we talk about this? I think we should set boundaries. A weekend is too long. Why aren't you answering? This feels wrong. Please come home. I sent one response. Phone off for the weekend. To be present. Have fun with our face-blowing kiss. Then I turned off my phone and boarded my flight. Update 2. Turned my phone on when I landed. 40 missed calls, 132 texts. The highlights. This is manipulation. You're punishing me. Liam is a predator. I changed my mind about the hall pass. If you do this, we're done. I'm calling a lawyer. Please, Wayne. Please, I love you. I hate you. Come home now. I screenshot everything, then texted back. Just landed. Conference starts in an hour. Remember, you wanted this. Enjoy. Roxana. Liam met me at baggage claim. And yeah, he looked amazing. Black suit, confident smile, the works. Ready for a weekend of thrilling data analytics presentations? He asked, smiling. Can't wait. Here's the thing. Nothing happened with Liam. We went to the conference, attended boring presentations with other IT nerds, drank overpriced wine. He had a girlfriend he's crazy about. I was married to someone I thought I knew. We were just colleagues. But John didn't know that. I posted exactly 3 things on Instagram that weekend. 1, a sunset vineyard photo with perfect evening light. 2, a picture of 2 wine glasses clinking. Liam's hand just visible. 3, a shot of the hotel pool at night. Midnight swim, midnight gym. Each post got an immediate call from John. I didn't answer. Saturday afternoon, the text changed tone. I didn't go through with Roxana. I'm home alone. This was a mistake. I don't want a hall pass. Please just talk to me. Then around 8:00 p.m., Saturday. Fine. If you're with him, I'm calling Roxana. Do what makes you happy, babe. Thumbs up. Sunday morning, I woke up to chaos. Apparently, Roxana came over, but it didn't go how John imagined. According to his frantic texts, Roxana was confused. She thought he wanted extra training sessions. When he tried to explain the hall pass, she got uncomfortable. Told him she doesn't get involved with married clients, said it was unprofessional, and she has a boyfriend. A boyfriend? The text got wild. She has a boyfriend. She thinks I'm pathetic. I ruined everything. This is your fault. How is her trainer having a boyfriend my fault? No idea. But according to the next 20 texts, I had manipulated him into this, known Roxana was taken, planned this humiliation, ruined his gym experience, destroyed their professional relationship. Then came the kicker. I know what you're doing with Liam. I'm driving to wine country. Oh no, she wasn't. She was. She showed up at the hotel Sunday morning. I was at the continental breakfast with Liam and 3 other colleagues when John stormed in, looking like he'd driven all night because he had. Where is she? Everyone stared. Liam, sitting right next to me, raised his hand awkwardly. Hi, Jonathan. You just pointed at her. Stay away from my wife. We're at a work conference. Don't play innocent. I know what's happening here. I stood up. John, let's talk outside. No. Let everyone know what kind of homewrecker he is. Liam's boyfriend chose that moment to walk in with coffee. Babe, they only had oat milk. What's happening? This is her boyfriend, John shrieked, looking between them. Liam looked confused. Layla, this is Wayne's wife. Jonathan, this is Layla, my girlfriend of 3 years. The silence was deafening. Everyone in the breakfast area was staring. John looked around wildly, realizing he'd just made a massive scene over nothing. But the Instagram wine tasting with the whole team, Layla took most of the pictures. John turned to me, tears starting. You let me think. I'll let you think exactly what you wanted to think. Just like you wanted me to think Roxana was available and interested. That's different. It's really not. He ran out. I found him in the parking lot sobbing in his car. I'm such an idiot. Yeah, I ruined everything. Yeah. Do you hate me? I don't know. We sat in silence for a while. Then he said quietly, I can cancel my gym membership. What? I can't face Roxana. He thinks I'm a desperate house husband now. You are? He flinched. That's cruel. So, I was asking for a whole pass to sleep with your trainer while expecting me to sit home alone. I said you could have one too, as a cover. You never thought I'd use it. You definitely never thought I'd pick Liam. You played a stupid game and won the stupid prize. What do we do now? I don't know, but I have a conference to finish. Drive safe. I left him there and went back inside. Final update. The drive home from wine country was quiet. I caught a ride with colleagues, letting John drive back alone to think. I got home Sunday night. He was on the couch looking rough. We need to talk, he said. Okay, I've been thinking about why I did this. The whole past thing, and I think I was bored. We've been together so long. The gym was exciting. Roxana made me feel young and wanted. I got caught up in a fantasy. A fantasy you tried to make reality. I know. I'm sorry. Sorry you got caught, or sorry you got caught. He winced. Both. Here's the thing about trust. Once it's broken, it's broken. He'd show me who he was. Someone who'd risk our marriage for a fantasy, who'd manipulate situations to get what he wanted, who'd only panic when faced with consequences. I think we need space, I said, like a separation, like a divorce. He cried, begged, promised counseling, the works, but I was done. Not because he wanted to sleep with someone else. People have crushes, but because of how he went about it, the manipulation, the expectation that I'd sit home while he played, the absolute meltdown when I called his bluff. The divorce was straightforward. No kids, separate finances mostly. He tried to blame me for emotional manipulation with the Liam thing, but our couples therapist shut that down quick. You asked for an open relationship, Dr. Martinez said. He agreed. Then you got upset when he participated according to the terms you set. That's not manipulation, that's consequences. John tried a different gym after the divorce, lasted 2 weeks before quitting because everyone knows what happened. Small town, big gossip. Roxana had apparently told her boyfriend about the weird married man who propositioned her, and she worked at a popular salon. Story spread like wildfire. Last I heard, John moved 2 towns over, joined a regular gym with no personal trainers, dating some accountant who doesn't believe in hall passes. Good for him. Me, I'm doing fine. Still friends with Liam and Layla. They think the Breakfast Showdown story is hilarious. Started dating a teacher named Shay who finds the whole hall pass concept bizarre. Why would I want to pass, she said on her 3rd date. If I wanted to be with someone else, I'd end a relationship first. That's just basic respect. Crazy concept, right? Sometimes I think about that Thursday dinner. How different life would be if John had just not. If he kept his trainer fantasy in his head where it belonged. Or if he'd been honest, I have a crush and I'm struggling, instead of let's have hall passes. But he didn't. He thought he could have his cake and eat it too. Thought I was too boring or secure to actually use the pass I offered. Thought wrong. The funniest part, I ran into Roxana at a coffee shop last month. She apologized for the misunderstanding. No worries, girl. Not your fault. My ex-husband couldn't read social cues. She seemed nice, just intense about fitness. That's one way to put it. She laughed. My girlfriend banned her from the salon after everything. Said she didn't want that energy in her space. Small towns, man. Play stupid games, become a cautionary tale. Just wanted a hall pass. She got exactly what she asked for. Permission to shoot her shot and miss spectacularly. Meanwhile, I got a weekend in wine country. A story that makes people's jaws drop and eventually a partner who doesn't need to test drive other people to know he wants to be with me. Funny how the universe works. She asked for freedom and got it. Just not the way she imagined. Edit since everyone's asking. Yes, the conference was real. Yes, it was boring. The most exciting part was explaining to my boss why a crazy man was screaming about home records at breakfast. He laughed so hard he approved my expense report without questions. Silver lining. After that weekend, life settled into a strange rhythm. John avoided the gym he used to adore, muttering about needing a detox from fitness culture, and I went back to my normal work routine. At home, the tension was palpable for weeks. Every glance from him carried an unspoken accusation, every message a test of patience. We tried talking once, civilly, about boundaries and trust. John insisted he was fine, that the hall pass was a mistake of judgment on both our parts. I nodded, said little, because I knew it wasn't just the weekend. It was the underlying lack of honesty that had me wary. One evening, I caught him scrolling through Liam's Instagram. Not Roxana's, not some random trainer, but Liam's feed, commenting on every post, liking pictures from the conference weekend. I asked quietly, still obsessed with what could have happened? John froze. I don't know. I just wanted to understand why you chose him instead of me. I leaned back, exhausted. You wanted to understand, but the reality is, you don't get to choose how I navigate my life anymore. You had your chance to be honest, to communicate. You didn't. That's on you. The next few weeks were silent battles. I focused on my work and friends, trying to reclaim my sense of normalcy. John tried, in his own clumsy way, to reconnect. He cooked dinner once, left flowers without explanation, asked about my day in a voice that tried to sound casual. I responded politely but guardedly. The trust was fractured. Nothing could fully repair it. A month later, he asked if I wanted to attend a weekend retreat with him, a couples seminar advertised as Rebuilding Trust After Betrayal. I looked at him and shook my head. John, I don't think this is about seminars. I think it's about accountability, and I've realized I can't fix what you broke with lectures or wine tastings. It's yours to own, not mine to repair. He sighed, ran a hand through his hair. I just thought, no, John, thought doesn't undo the weekend. Thought doesn't erase the manipulations, the panic, the Instagram obsession. Thought doesn't fix the weeks of anxiety and fear you put me through. He looked down at the floor, shame evident on his face. I left him there and went to my office. It was the first time in weeks I felt a flicker of relief, like a weight I didn't fully realize I was carrying had been lifted. Weeks turned into months. I focused on work, friends, and my own growth. I reconnected with Liam professionally, strictly as colleagues, keeping things clear and platonic. Roxana stayed out of my life, thankfully, and John eventually found a new gym and a new obsession. This one solitary and less intrusive. I started seeing Shay seriously. Her perspective on relationships was different, healthy, grounded, no games, no manipulations. On our first real date, she laughed when I told her about the hall pass debacle. People are ridiculous, she said. I can't imagine why anyone would need a permission slip to live their lives, let alone to cheat. I smiled, realizing I agreed. By the time the first anniversary of the wine country weekend rolled around, John and I had minimal contact. When we did speak, it was functional, polite, legal, in terms of divorce proceedings, and occasionally friendly when our paths crossed socially. But the intimacy, the trust, the spontaneity we once shared, it was gone. I learned that freedom and honesty mattered more than the thrill of fantasy. People ask me now if I regret the weekend, if I wish John hadn't pushed the hall pass. I shake my head. No. It revealed who he truly was, who I needed to be, and who I wanted beside me. Sometimes I wonder how John is doing. I hear he's dating again, someone cautious, careful, a planner. I hope he's happy. Not because I care about him anymore in that way, but because I've learned that resentment is a cage. As for me, I've never been happier. I can go to a gym without anxiety, work without paranoia, and date without games. The weekend was chaotic, humiliating, and absurd, but it forced clarity. I know now what it means to be with someone honest, grounded, and committed. Shay and I laugh about the hall pass story often, how ridiculous it all seemed, how unnecessary, how it ended up being a blessing in disguise. And sometimes I still think about that Sunset Vineyard photo, the one I posted with Liam at the conference. It reminds me of choices, consequences, and the strange, unpredictable way life rearranges itself to reveal the people worth keeping close. No one needed hall passes, no one needed manipulations, and no one needed to risk everything to understand love. I did, though, and because of that, I found freedom, clarity, and a partner who doesn't need experiments to know she belongs with me. Life, it turns out, doesn't need games. It just needs honesty and the courage to walk away when the truth isn't enough.